your pussy. Fucking faggot. Oh my fucking god.
Yippee! Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 64 of Cocktail Twinks. I have brought a new twink onto the scene. Ethan's participating in Locktober this month, so he might be gone for the foreseeable future, but today I am introducing my bestie and my housemate, Wilson.
Hey, everybody.
Yippee!
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me, Jade.
Of course, anytime. But yeah, I obviously like Wilson and I, we like live together, and I feel like I always wanted you to do an episode at least once. So I figured it's time. And also your birthday is coming up. So I think this is gonna be released like on the week of your birthday.
Fab.
Yippee!
Thank you for this beautiful birthday present.
Of course. Happy birthday. Mwah.
Thank you.
If there was anything, you can always give a little introduction to yourself, who you are, why you're here, things you like, things you don't like. What is your purpose in life?
What? I don't even know how to introduce myself. I'm Wilson or Winter, if you know me like that. And I am a
Trailblazing icon.
I'm one of the up-and-coming legendary children. No, I'm kidding. That's just me. I don't have too much to say about myself. We'll get into that when you ask me questions.
We will. Yeah, I think Wilson is like you're like one of my favorite people to talk to. And I only realized this more once we started living together.
Wow.
Because before when we were just friends living separately, like we would hang out and I'd be like, oh, like that was so fun. But then when we actually started living together and then I got to like, you know, I would like come upstairs and like see you in the living room and then we get to talk. I'm like, this is like that's how I start my day off right.
Oh.
By having conversations with you for real.
Yeah.
I think everyone would say that too. Like, you know, Jeff really loves you.
And I really love Jeff.
Oh. So
You don't know about us?
You're going to be part of our family soon.
Oh, yeah. Move over, Amelia.
Yeah. But even like, I mean, yeah, Jack introduced you to us actually. But yeah, Jazz and Jeff, like, especially Jeff, he always talks about how much he really likes you every time we hang out, which is really sweet.
Bless.
Yeah. But maybe because he like never had like older brothers growing up. Like he only had sisters, and he's got another
one.
But yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a really good episode. I'm very excited to get into it. Before we do, I'd like to do land acknowledgement. Today we are podcasting on and residing on and living on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the East Kulin Nation in so-called Australia. Sovereignty has never been ceded. White Australia has a black history. Free Palestine, free all oppressed groups of people, and always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Down. I feel like my headphones are like, oh, here we go. Anyways, period. Yeah, so many things that we could talk about. I'm very excited. Could I have your phone? I wrote notes, sorry. But yeah, I feel like, thank you. I'm going to go for one of mine first.
Okay.
Okay. Wilson hates feet. Wilson really hates feet. And I always touch your feet and you always have...
You and Sam always touch my fucking feet. Always playing around with them.
I just like, I like feet and I honestly think like, I don't think there's anything wrong with like a foot fetish because like I understand it. I get it. I think feet are really fun and like they like, you know, when you touch people's feet, it like invokes a reaction out of them. But the reaction out of you is always so extra. Like, what's up? You get
And
really
you're not the
squirmish.
same.
No, when like I love when people like touch my feet and like play with my feet and
Play
stuff.
with your teeny tiny dainty feet.
Like sometimes I get so lonely that I hold my own feet like hands and I pretend that I'm holding the hand of another person. I love my feet.
I don't know why I don't enjoy the feeling. I think it's just like a sensation that I don't feel often, and I'm just not comfortable with that.
I remember you even said during sex, like you don't like your feet being touched.
Do your feet get touched often during
Yes,
sex?
all the time. People love sucking my feet. Like that's like a thing. Like I have slept with so many guys who have just literally put my whole foot in their mouths and just been like putting their tongue in between like the crevices and everything.
Oh,
like
God, I
literally.
can't think of anything worse than doing that. My feet have been played with and my toes have been played with before, and it's just like to me, the sensation is too much.
But you have really
It's too
nice feet
ticklish.
as well.
I know you're lying.
You do. You
You're
have
fucking
really
lying.
dainty, delicate, size European 40 feet.
I've got small feet, but they're wide and blockish and hobbit-like, in my opinion.
Like little stubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have small feet, but then they're like my feet are like really wide. But I just I think your feet look good in heels.
Let's compare them.
Yeah, you have really cute feet.
Well,
And
thank you, Jade.
You should be more proud of your feet. But yeah, it's really funny because we always sit on the couch and then I always touch your feet mid-conversation and you
It's
hate
gremlin.
it.
I hate it.
Okay, what
Respect my boundaries, Jade.
okay, what body part do you like it being touched?
I love my neck and my waist getting touched.
Right.
And I love when somebody nibbles on my ear.
I hate waist though. I hate
don't
when
like the
someone touches
waist?
my waist.
Why?
I think that makes me feel like when somebody touches my waist, then it's like they're like I can tell they're like looking at my side or something or like my stomach, and then I'm like, oh, don't touch me. But I like feet. But
Okay.
everybody likes ears.
Yeah, well, I think Sam doesn't like it.
Yeah, unless you have mad sensory issues, and then you just don't like
Maybe.
hearing the loudness of somebody smacking their lips and tongue against your
No, I
ears.
love it. You know how in ASMR there's this whole genre of
Yeah.
people kind of whispering and eating in your ear. I love that shit.
Oh.
There was a period where I think for 5 years I would listen to ASMR religiously every single night to get to bed. And I would play those sounds.
That is so crazy. I would just be horny before sleep. I don't think I could get to sleep. I'd be too I don't know, too into it. But yeah, I feel like whenever I try to get to sleep and I can't sleep because then I'm thinking too much, I always listen to music. But then I think sometimes Jack comes into my room if she wakes up before me, and then I think she turns it off. So then when I wake up in the morning, it's not playing anymore.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh.
Do you know you've got sleep timer on your Spotify?
Really?
Yeah, you can time it to 45 minutes, an hour and a half, and they'll turn off automatically.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to get into that. Fab. Well, yeah. I don't know. I think it's interesting because I feel do you have a spot on your body that you feel is that you like when people touch, but not everybody likes that? Or it's a really weird spot.
Does it have to be on the outside of my body?
I like when my colon gets touched.
I like it when my G-spot gets rubbed on. No,
It's a really nice feeling.
no, I don't know if I've got a, what do you call it? A left field answer for that. But do you?
Yeah. Well, I guess feet is the one thing because I think maybe most people do hate feet.
Does it physically and mentally and spiritually turn you on when your feet get touched?
I don't think it always turns me on, but it feels comforting. Oh my God, no, the worst thing I do is I was telling you about this. I get it feels really comfortable for me to put my hand on my stomach or in my pants.
Oh yeah.
And then sometimes
Freak.
like I do it when I'm like at home, but then sometimes I like do it in public, but then I'm like not realizing that I'm in public. So then my hand is literally in my pants like this on the bus, and people are looking at me funny. I'm like, why is everyone looking at me right now?
And then you take him out and you sniff him.
But yeah, I do that. It's like a comfort thing. Like I don't know, like just like holding yourself. But yeah,
I get that.
Yeah.
I think I've noticed, and actually my therapist made me notice that when I'm holding my hand or holding like a part of my body, it's like me subconsciously wanting to feel safe and wanting to feel held.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
Do you feel held? Have you been held recently?
So what do you feel when you put your hand down your coochie?
I feel nice and warm. But yeah, speaking of G-spot, I did want to lightly touch on this. Wilson has a wind tunnel. And we talk about it all the time, and it is the most fab thing ever. I'm so jealous.
Well, yeah. Well, what do you want to talk about? How it came to be? How it came
How
to
did you
own a wind
discover
tunnel?
your wind tunnel?
How did that joke even come about? I think it was one time I was explaining a hookup to everybody in the house. I was explaining how he was girthy and 8 inches, and we had no lube, no nothing, so he just used spit, and it went in like nothing.
It just slid right in.
Slid right in. Didn't even know it went in. But I think that's where it came from.
You're like, are you in yet?
Can you go deeper?
Yeah, I just feel like, well, I remember one time you were telling me about how like, I think I asked you like, when was the first time you like put something in your butt when you were younger?
Oh, yeah.
And then like, what was it when you were like 12?
I don't remember what age.
Yeah, but then you were quite young, and then you did it, and then you realized the power that was within you
The
and
power of
inside
bottoming.
you.
The power
Like,
bottom.
Yeah, literally.
I think the first thing that I put inside me was, so my cousin gave me this like M&M like candy thing, like a custom M&M thing that she bought from some store, and it came in these little glass test tubes. They came in these little glass test tubes, and I finished all the M&Ms like the fat ass that I was.
Girl, somebody send you to the ER, right? Fucking.
And for some reason I just kept these little test tubes around, and you know, they're phallic shaped, and
Yeah.
I thought, why not?
Yeah, like, yeah, but I
Why
feel
not
like,
experiment?
yeah, when you're younger, you just like, I mean, you don't even know what like sex is. You don't even know what toys are, and then you just like put things inside you all the time until something works,
Yeah.
right? I had this like, when I first like ever used like a vibrator, it was this electronic foot file that my mom had. I'm dead serious. And okay, so there were different heads for the foot file. There was like the sandpaper ones, right? That like would file the calluses off your feet. But then there was like,
What did you use, like the
the-
buffing, the buffing setting?
yeah, so for the final stage of like the foot filing, it's like there's like a buffer head, and it was just like a flat, non-graded plastic like surface. So then I use that, and then I use that on me, and then I like finished for the first time, and I was like, gag. I was like, what is this? And then, but it was so
Electronic foot
bad
file.
because when I discovered it, I became so obsessed with it. I used to do it non-stop, like in private, in the house. And I remember like, I would like tell my mom that I was sick and that I like couldn't go to school because I was sick. So then her and dad would like leave for work, and I would masturbate all day, like 8 hours, literally, until
Fucking
one of them
kidding.
came home, and then I would stop. But
And your mom
yeah.
was like, why is my electronic foot file so wet?
why
and
does it
sticky?"
smell like fish? But like actually, but no, but like I was like, when I was younger, oh my God, it was the only thing that I ever wanted to do. I think from those ages of like 10 to 12, like I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want friends. I didn't want to like watch or read or look at anything. Like I just wanted to jerk off all the time.
Yeah, that was me too.
Yeah. But then when you get older, you're just like, I don't know, I guess you just start doing it with other people. So yeah. Because now I don't masturbate like ever.
Ever?
I actually cannot. I think the last time I masturbated was once last year in New Zealand.
Wow.
When I think Ethan, because when I went to New Zealand, Ethan like went on a date, and then I was home by myself, and then I like masturbated, but I can't remember the last time since.
I feel like I I love touching myself.
Yeah, I just like, but I feel like
So I don't relate to that.
I feel like for me, it's like, I always think in my head, if I'm gonna masturbate, like, why don't I just meet up with someone and have sex with them? But then 9 times out of 10, the sex is like so mid.
It's not good. And that's why I'd rather just touch myself.
Right? And then I go home and I'm like, oh, well, I could have like saved myself all that trouble. Like, instead of like getting ready, doing an everything shower, like, you know, putting on makeup,
Do you
going
still do
on a
that
date.
before having sex and everything shower?
Yeah, like most of the time. Sometimes, but because I don't normally sleep with the same person over like 5 times.
That's right. That's a quirk you've got.
I feel like 5 would be like my max. But then but now I'm realizing now I'm realizing that like people have sneaky links that they've been seeing for like months on end. Like even with when Katie was talking about like she would see someone that she slept with like 20 or 30 times. I was like, 20 or 30 times?
And Jack sleeping with whoever for like, you know, a year and a half.
Yeah, like, but
That's
I'm
a
just
relationship at that point.
I know, but I never do that. Like but maybe like I feel like I always see someone maybe like 3 times max, and then I just move on to a new person.
It's that ADHD.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit anymore.
But also how bad? Like people say like Leos are loyal, and baby, I'm far from that. But I think I have.
No,
I
you've
think
got loyalty with your friendships, I think.
yeah, but when it comes to dating, I think I definitely have commitment issues, because I'm just like, I think maybe I don't know why. Maybe a part of me thinks that like I need to keep seeing new people, to keep like learning, like I don't know, having new experiences. Like I keep chasing a new experience. I feel like that video of Debbie Ryan, like it scares me to be still. Like no, like, but I think that's what it is sometimes. Like I always like really strive for like new experiences and like meeting different types of people. It's hard for me to become comfortable with just like one person. But I don't know. Sometimes I think in my head like maybe I might meet someone one day that I think like I just know. I know that I want to be comfortable with them, and then I like commit.
You know.
When you know, you know.
Well, do you think that it is affecting you in any way? The non-committal, like needing to see new people all the time.
Maybe, because like I'm okay with being non-committal, but I don't like when people are non-committal to me. Because I feel like when people meet me and then they don't immediately fall head over heels and want to like, you know, throw their whole life away to be with me, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
That's that Leo ego.
Yeah, that's ego. It's actually ego. And it like actually it crushes my ego so bad when somebody like, you know, just doesn't want to commit or like is not interested in me. But then now that I think about it, I like also do that to like so many people. It's like, yeah, I need to look inside myself.
Well, that's okay if you don't want to commit to people.
Yeah. What's that skid mark? I feel like, but then, wait, what you said before, that's interesting. How you said
What'd I
like
say?
it's what you asked me, saying that like you wonder if it affects me, because it probably does in the way that like I don't try to commit to anyone seriously, and then it kind of like when it doesn't work out, it just kind of affirms that like belief in my head that like, oh, no one is willing to commit. But then I'm not putting in the effort in either. So then it's like I guess both parties are kind of at a loss. Or like I never really get what I want.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you don't try, you'll never know. That's what they always say,
Yeah.
right? But then, like from my perspective, I think that if I had a train of thought and then I lost it. No, if you it's gone.
When you so what if you said yes when she said yes she should go? I mean,
right.
Because do you feel like you like when you met like your partner now, because you've been in a very, very, very long-term relationship of like 5 years, like were you seeing other people, or were you just seeing like the one, like your partner?
Well, if I can cast my mind back. No, I think I was seeing other people. I was sleeping with other people. I was talking and going on like a few dates here and there with other people, but also it was lockdown.
Yeah,
So
illegal dates with other people. Officer. Yeah.
well, let me explain. Like me and my partner, we met over lockdown, and it was all very long distance. So I think I was just looking for somebody to talk to at the time, and you know, like I found that our conversations really flowed, and our conversations were like really good, and we were connecting on a quite a deep level, I want to say. And so I was just happy like chatting with him, and yeah, I think I found it really easy to commit because I found it really safe and really comfortable. But I was seeing other people, to answer your question.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they didn't mean anything to me because like I was like, you're not like making me feel the way that he feels.
Yeah,
makes me
that
feel.
he makes you feel. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I definitely like, I think it's rare for me to meet someone that I feel that like, that's safe with, completely safe or completely comfortable. But also I think in my perspective, like, because I've been in so many like situations that have left me like heartbroken, like I don't want to be the one to give first.
Yeah.
And then, so I don't open myself up first, like fully. And then, but then in some cases, it's like maybe the other person did want to open up, but then they see the way that I'm acting. And then, like, they also, like, just reflect that.
Well, yeah.
So.
And actually, I remember my train of thought that I lost.
Oh, okay.
But you know how you said, I lost it again.
Oh my God.
No.
God, choo-choo. Where's this fucking train going, bitch? Where's the train? Where's the train?
The Chunking Express.
Yeah, Chunking Express, honey. It's gone.
No, but I was going to say, whether or not you are non-committal to somebody and like, you know, the relationship or the commitment never starts anyway, or whether you do try and it doesn't end up working out. I feel like the belief in you is that, well, this is me assuming, the belief in you is that like you're not worthy or whatever you said before.
Yeah.
Like you haven't been chosen or like they haven't picked you.
Yeah.
It's all in here. It's all in here.
It is. I think it definitely, yeah, it is all in me for sure. And I'd like, yeah, I mean, then again, though, I do think that I think the dating pool is quite thin, and
It is.
I think majority of people are like not fab in the slightest, or just like are never going to be on my level. But then also at the same time, like I think that a lot of like the pain that I experience or the suffering at times is self-inflicted because I don't feel like that. Like, yeah, I don't feel worthy or I don't feel deserving of like good things. I think it's definitely changed a lot more, like significantly a lot more compared to what it used to be, like my perception of myself. Like I definitely like myself more.
What changed?
I
What was the
think,
catalyst?
yeah, what was the catalyst?
Turning 23.
No, I think just like, I think the catalyst was seeing how my mood and what I was going through was affecting the people in my life. And, you know, like, for example, like if I was seeing someone, I would always like tell my siblings about it. And like, you know, just kind of seeing just like the way that I would set them up and tell them that I was seeing someone and like it was going really well, and then for it to all fall apart, and then for me to fall apart, and then for my siblings and my friends to have to deal with that, and then just like a rinse, repeat, recycle sort of thing. I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of being the flop of my family. But also like, I just like, you know, I'm just tired of like being that one, like literally like Carrie Bradshaw. Like I was actually
I never watched
giving.
Sex and the City.
Oh, you never watched Sex and the City? Well, like okay, in Sex and the City, like Carrie Bradshaw, she's just like constantly in a situationship, and for some reason, it always falls apart. Like every fucking time, she always meets some fucking guy, and the stories are funny and the experiences are funny, but it's like, you know, I feel like eventually, like you have to realize that like, it's not always like everyone that's out to get me. I think it was also myself that was out to get me, and I hated the way that. I hated the person that that it made me become around my friends and people who cared about me. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think when I noticed that and realized how my misery was like making everyone else miserable too, then I was like, okay, like I want to change this. And the way that I had to change it was to actually start respecting myself and liking myself. So yeah.
And I feel like, you know, whether or not things work out or not, I feel like it's really easy to internalize it and make it about what you could have done or what you didn't do.
Yeah.
But a lot
Should
of
have,
it's
could
should
have, would have.
But it's not always like that.
Yeah.
Things are more nuanced, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think that like at the end of the day, like I always have, like I will always have myself. Everybody always has themselves. So it's like, I think that's the person that you want to give the most attention and love to, right? Versus, you know, giving that to random bums in your life who don't
Right.
deserve shit and
Right.
who will never deserve shit.
Right.
So yeah.
Nah. What does RuPaul say?
If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else?
And I feel like when
Down.
I first started dating, I was like, that's stupid. I was like,
What's stupid? Stupido. What's stupid?
estupido. Just that saying.
Oh
Because I
yeah.
was like, well, I feel like I can love people and I don't fully love myself.
Right.
But I feel like the more that I've grown into myself and become more comfortable with who I am and just accepted all the parts of me that I didn't like before, I actually do love people better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like the less I judge myself, the less I judge other people.
Yeah. And also you love better people. Because
Yeah.
when you like I feel like when you have such like a twisted or like just poor perception of yourself, like the kind of love that you accept in your life. We accept the love we think we deserve, right? But the kind of love that you accept in your life is gonna reflect that. Like if you think you're shit, everything that you love is gonna be shit too, right? Because you don't think that you could deserve or be with anyone that's better, you know?
Yeah.
Like so I think like I mean, yeah, like I feel like I used to think that energy exchange and like, you know, attraction based on energy was bullshit, but it's actually real.
Oh, the ether links are bridging.
Bitch, our links are ethering right now. inside joke. But I feel like, yeah, like, you know, when I used to think so poorly of myself, like I would sleep with or date like such like shitty people, and then they would treat me like shit, and then it would just affirm to me what I already believed about myself. And then I couldn't set boundaries. I couldn't stand up for myself. I couldn't defend myself. You know, and like I couldn't really like, you know, read the bitch down for them hurting me, because it's like I was sleeping with them as a form of self-harm anyways. So
Damn.
yeah, right?
But now that you respect yourself,
I
that's
feel
all
like
changed.
yeah, and that's why the dating pool gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Like, you know, like back when I used to be a free for all open market, open season, honey. Like
Anybody can get it.
Yes, come get this fish, this fresh tilapia. But I feel like yeah, that was at the point where like I would have just accepted anyone or thought the best of literally anyone, because I didn't know any better. But now I know better. It's like I think when you're more picky and more selective, I think it reflects that you know that you deserve more, right?
Yeah, I agree
yeah.
with that. Protect your peace.
Yes.
Is that what they say?
Yes, protect your pussy and your heart. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like for both of us, like being Asian and, you know, being Australian, we're in Australia,
Australia,
speak
honey.
Australian.
Speak Australian.
We probably have a lot of similarities within our like dating experience, you know, especially being queer as well. But yeah, I think it'd be, if you want to talk about it, you definitely can.
My dating experience as a Gaysian.
Gaysian, hashtag
Gaysian.
Slasian, hashtag Slasian, hashtag Gaysians, rule the fucking world, period.
China #1.
China #1, down.
I mean, I feel like our experience in the types of people who want to date us and the types of people that we date is similar. I feel like both Jade and I have dated quite a few like white people.
We have an affliction to white dick. Down! I'm addicted! To BWC, honey. BWC. Down, down, down.
And I feel like it's not always conscious.
Yeah.
Like, it's not always intentional. I feel like sometimes it is just the people who gravitate towards us.
Yeah.
So I feel like in some ways that experience is really similar. But also, I don't know, I feel like we grew up in different times.
Yeah, very different
And,
times. Yeah,
yeah,
you're an
pre-pandemic dater.
old prehistoric gay, honey. Can anyone...
Medieval gay.
I'm not going to reveal Wilson's age, but if anyone can guess Wilson's age in the comments, I would really like to see you fucking try, honey.
And if anyone says above 30, I'm coming for you. Fucking coming for you.
But yeah, like, yeah, no, I was going to say, like, I mean, we all know that my pussy is international and my pussy doesn't
International
discriminate.
puss.
Internationally recognized and acclaimed puss. But like, especially growing up in Australia, like Australia is really white. And if you are looking for diversity, you have to dig deep. Like you have to dig deep
Yeah.
into the dark cavernous caves of Australia. But like when it comes to dating and like even being hit on, I feel like I always find that like white guys always have 100 times more confidence to like approach me and like to talk to me and to ask me out versus like a man or even a woman of like any other ethnicity. Like white guys got nerve. They don't have game, and they don't have riz, but they got nerve. And that's what it is.
And charisma and talent.
No charisma. No. And no talent besides the BWC. But I feel like...
Definitely uniqueness sometimes.
Unique? Yes, absolutely. But then, yeah, and I feel like, you know, I kind of... Like, if somebody approaches me, it's very rare that I will go up to someone first and be like... kind of trying to hit on them first.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Yeah, but I feel like if somebody approaches me, like I will just react to or like respond to them coming onto me. And I feel like, yeah, even on dating apps, I feel like white guys will like hit on you with some fucking corny ass fucking one-liner, but sometimes it's funny and I'm like, oh, like
They kind of eat with that
yeah,
sometimes.
sometimes I'm like, I'll give you that. But like maybe like men of like other ethnicities and or just people of like ethnic people are just kind of shy or just not as forward.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard one to explain and theorize about.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like, yeah, the amount of people that send the first message, you know, on dating apps or whatever, like the people who do that tend to be white.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just the type of people that message me in general. So I don't know.
Yeah. And then you think about that as well. It's like, why are people like us easier or people who look like us seem like easier to approach or whatever?
Don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
I do feel though that like Asian people are quite shy. I feel like a lot of Asian people
I
are
definitely am.
yeah. Like I feel like Asian
You
people
aren't though.
Yeah, I'm like the anomaly, actually.
You are the anomaly. You are the one extroverted Asian that I know.
But I feel like a lot of Asian people like they don't make the first move. Or like maybe they're more fearful of rejection.
Potentially,
Yeah.
Or it's just cultural.
Yeah, culturally, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, growing up, like the Asian people around me or the Chinese people around me, definitely, you know, on the more shy and reserved side. And I look at the way that, you know, a lot of my white friends and like, you know, white people that I've dated have just interact with the world. I feel like they come from a place of like, everybody's my friend or everybody's potentially my friend.
The confidence.
Whereas I go out into the world and I'm like, everyone hates me.
Yeah. Or yeah, you already have that like kind of like that like internal what is it? I guess like bias where like you think that like you go into a space and you're worried about how people perceive you.
Yeah. Am I going to be accepted? Am I going to be perceived?
Or even if people notice you.
Yeah. Or if people notice me.
Yeah.
But I've recently started to change that mindset.
Fab.
I have adopted the kind of mindset of, you know, everybody's a potential friend.
Yes.
Everybody could be a friend.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody on this street knows my fucking name.
So true, because you always introduce yourself.
Yeah. I'm a new friend. Hey.
That's fab. I think maybe that's one thing that white people got right, where like, I mean, they just have the confidence and charisma, I guess, to like, you know, be able to go into a space and kiki with everyone. Yeah. But then it's also like,
I mean, you do too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's specifically like white thing.
I mean, that has to be an effect of like systematic racism, though. That has to be yeah. Actually, though, but yeah, I was gonna ask, like, I mean, when you were growing up and you were like a young queer, a young CD, did you feel like you went into spaces where like you would be the only person of color?
In high school, definitely noticed that, you know, there was only a handful of Asian people. But once I got to uni, I feel like I found, you know, my little Asian group of friends.
Yeah.
I finally felt like, oh, this is like you know, the friendship group that I wanted. And, you know, even though I studied design, and design is a very white industry.
A very white gay industry.
White gay industry. Lots of, not only white gays, but a lot of women of color and lots of women in general.
Yeah,
but
true.
they're never at the top. They're never at the top. It's always white men at the top. But
Makes you think.
Makes you think. But no, I never really felt that alienated in the spaces that I was. But also, I think I was probably less aware of it. I don't know.
Right. I
think I was just not a very aware person. I feel like I wasn't very introspective when I was younger.
Yeah.
I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about my feelings. So like the feelings of alienation in, you know, like very white spaces, I never really clocked.
Yeah.
Never really clocked that. But definitely in my first job, I was the only person of color.
Damn.
The only gay Asian person.
The only Gaysian.
Yeah, the only Gaysian in the space. And a lot of the clients that I worked with and a lot of the other, you know, like surrounding, like, I want to say like industry, people in industry and companies in the industry were also very white. And that's something that I just noticed specifically in the graphic design industry. It is very white.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess like I was going to say like it's interesting because so like when you're like I feel like with like Asian people, like naturally they like a lot of Asian people tend to like kind of shrink themselves or like make themselves smaller as a response to being in a space where like you don't feel like people like you or you feel like people are judging you or like, you know, you're not accepted or welcomed. But I feel like maybe why I'm so like, blah. I'm so shablam. I'm so like extroverted and I'm just like so like, you know, loud about who I am is because like maybe when I go into spaces like that, well, I feel like I'm literally like one of one. Like my response to that is to make myself known.
Yeah,
like
sorry.
you're
I
gonna
just had a stim go off in my head.
What?
Look at the tag, honey. One of one. It's couture.
Literally, but like, yeah, I feel like that was my response where like I was like, well, if these people like aren't gonna make an effort to know me or get to know me, I'm gonna make them know me. Like you're gonna know who the fuck I am, right? So then it's like, yeah, and I've always been like, you know, trying to be like the, I don't know, like the biggest one in the room.
The court jester.
Exactly. And most of the time I am the biggest one in the room because I'm fucking famous, honey. Like, what's good?
How about you being built like the bus?
Literally, like, no. But like, yeah,
I
like.
think that makes sense.
Right?
Like, if you can't, I mean, for somebody who looks very visibly not white,
yeah,
I think, you know, you have one of two options.
That's
assimilate or stand out. And you chose the other.
I chose like the complete opposite end. So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, and also I think another part of it is like, well, if no one's gonna make space for me, I'm gonna make the space for myself. Yeah. And I think,
and I love that about you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do think that is one good quality of mine, where like, you know, I don't ever want the white man to win. That's my biggest fucking nightmare ever. That like a white person.
You have night terrors about it.
Yeah, that like a white person has power over me, or like the way that like our society like treat like people of color. That like that is like normalized. I'm like, I don't ever want that to be normalized. Like I want people like us to always be loud and proud about who we are. And like, but it's crazy though, because like you are extremely fab. Like you are.
Thank you.
And like not in the way that you just don't try, but you have that energy. Like in one of the previous episodes, I was talking with Ethan about how like, you know, you just meet someone who like is just so like full of life and like so and like really excites you and is so admirable. Like you're one of those people to me.
Oh,
So I think
Jade.
like no, like you really are such you're like not only such a light in my life, but in so many people's lives. I think everyone who knows you would only ever have good things to say about you.
Oh.
I'm different. I'm like a what's
You're
the word?
mixed reviews.
Yeah. I'm like you either love it or you hate it, right?
Polarizing.
But polarizing. I'm a very polarizing person, but like no, you're like just tens across the board for
thank
everyone in
you.
your life. So like I mean it makes like I know like when you've talked to me in the past about how you feel like you're like quite shy or like you don't put yourself out there and stuff, and like I always wonder like why, like what's wrong with you? Because you fucking should. Like you really should. And but I mean, I don't know. Do you feel like when you were younger and like you were like a young gay, do you think you went through that like flamboyant, like sissy young gay phase?
No, because
Right?
I feel like as a young gay who wasn't ready to admit it to himself, I didn't come out until I was like 2021.
Yeah.
So all that, you know, all those high school years, all those years I could have been exploring myself and figuring out my like queer identity, like I never did that.
Yeah.
And I feel like once I moved to Melbourne, that's when I really, you know, I moved to Melbourne 2 years ago.
Yeah. And the first thing you did was open sniffies, honey.
The first thing I did was download Grindr, put on it. No, I'm kidding.
Put on a wig.
Put on a wig, a nasty set of nails. No, I feel like I don't know. I don't know what kind of gay I was in Sydney, but I was definitely not as conscious of, I want to say like my fashion, what I was wearing. I mean, I cared about it, but I definitely wasn't layering pieces together.
Layering fall, autumn, spring.
I think it was when I moved here when I wasn't kind of performing to the expectations of like what people thought was me.
Yeah.
That was when I was like, okay, I'm gonna be the me that I want to be.
Yeah.
And I started experimenting more with being more femme, and that's when I, you know, started being more flamboyant, I guess.
Yeah.
Started like getting nails. I guess I put on makeup for the first time. Wore pumps, wore heels.
Oh, you wore a little pump.
Wore a little pump. No, I wore heel, like
Kitten
hidden
heel.
But yeah, I think that was when I really started, I guess, being more flamboyant. Like, you know, being in Naarm and being surrounded by, you know, ballroom folk and ballroom community, I feel like that really kind of reflected a part of me that I wanted to express with my gender identity. And yeah, like I really just went full out with it. And for the longest time, I feel like everyone read me as non-binary because of that. But I'm firmly he, him.
Yeah,
and
firmly.
I'm happy.
I don't identify with that community, but I send my flowers.
Yeah, good on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't relate.
I feel like, yeah, it's good that you got that opportunity to kind of start from scratch as well. Because when you move to like a new state, it's like you had that opportunity where like people didn't really like know you as well. So then you could sort of build yourself again and like not build like a new identity, but kind of like what is it, like add on more to your identity, I guess. And then like and then like people would be like, oh, who's this hot new tight young thing living up the street
Fresh
from me?
meat.
Literally.
No, but I do think that's true. You know, like when you move away from a place where people know you, you're kind of not bound by those expectations to be you anymore. And I feel like that opens up the freedom to be who you want to be. Yeah. So I guess like, you know, is that, I wanted to ask you, not to diverge from this conversation, but like, is part of that why you want to move to like a different city?
Yeah, I think so. I'm tired.
You heard it here first.
Melbourne is tired. And I feel like because I'm so like, I mean, I'm not that I'm like famous. I'm a little famous, but I feel like a lot of people know me and know of like, you know, my achievements and like all the things that I've done, but also all the mistakes that I've made. And I think if I did move away and like had a fresh start, like I think that would be like really good for me in terms of like my just like feeling secure in myself again. Like like when I went to Indonesia, it was like one of the best parts was that literally no one knew me, and I could make friends and I could I could like make new friends and like meet new people without them already having an expectation of like, oh, like I know about you because I've heard about you from like a mutual who like told me all the stuff about you, right? Like I think a lot of people like here in Melbourne know like many things about me, and
Your reputation precedes you.
yes, and like you know, some of those things are good, and some of those things I'm really proud of, but also some of those things I'm like not so proud of. Like I'm like a crash out queen. Everyone knows that about me. I'm the biggest crash out queen. I like talk the most shit online, and like you know, I've fucked a lot of people. I have a lot of failed situationships, a lot of failed relationships. Like, I mean, that's just life. And like, I don't think it's that like, I mean, sometimes it feels like a big insecurity for me, but then like other times it's like whatever, but
Yeah, they don't define you.
yeah. But like, I do yearn for like, to be able to start a life from scratch, but I know that it's
Clean slate.
yeah, but I know that it's not always possible. Like, I think that I am in Melbourne. I'm like a big fish in a small pool. But if I ever move to another
Big
place,
fish, that's right.
yeah, you're a big girl and you have big shoulders. But like, I feel like if I move to another country or like even another state or whatever, I'd be a small fish again in a big pool.
A guppy.
Yeah, a little guppy.
A little guppy.
And then I could eat the other guppies and then become big again.
Become big again.
So yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, you're right. I think that definitely is a thing that a desire that exists in me.
Yeah.
But
I mean, also you live your life very online, and it's hard to not feel very surveilled by
Yeah.
everyone around you when you
Yeah.
live your life very online.
yeah, like taking a week off of Instagram feels like a staycation, honey. That's actually-
Oh, you better say something spicy on your Instagram again.
Oh my
and
God.
Get suspended.
Literally, I know. But it's like, yeah, I think like, I mean, I do like, I love my kind of like I do love the internet. I grew up on the internet. I've always existed on there. And I do love my job and stuff, but I guess sometimes I do wish that I had a change of pace, you know? And like, that's why I'm so obsessed with Mongolia. Like literally I've been
Because
watching
there's no internet connection there.
I've been watching all the TikTok videos of like all the views in Mongolia and just like, you know, waking up, like staying in like a tent and then waking up and then
a
like
yurt.
seeing all the yak and the mountains. I'm like, oh, wouldn't
Waking
that
up
be
to some
nice?
relaxing Mongolian throat singing.
Or like literally I can't do it. But yeah. I also wanted to talk about like, I guess being an older gay, an old gay, and being a fresh young thing like myself. I mean, we did grow up in completely different eras and completely different kind of like queerness was not what it is now, what it used to be. I feel like nowadays it's like so much more exists like in terms of like fluidity and gender identity and like, you know, with how people identify or how people like express themselves
Totally.
in that way. But like, I don't know, do you feel like back then it was more like, I guess like rigid or more sterile or just more underground?
I think it was probably more underground and people had less access like they do on TikTok now.
TikTok.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you say TikTok?
No, I don't know. Like what you have to.
Oh,
what you
yes,
can and
you
cannot say,
can
like,
say
legally.
you can say TikTok.
Do people say that these days? No. But I think you know when I was growing up in the formative years of like my high school years. I didn't really know. That much
and you had
about
to bring your hieroglyphics to school.
when I brought my slate and chalk to school. No, like when I went into the world, I feel like I didn't see queerness reflected back to me. I also grew up in a very, I want to say, conservative part of Sydney. I literally lived in the Bible Belt of Sydney. I lived in the Hills district. Apparently that's a Bible belt. There are churches on every fucking corner. I'm serious.
It's a free Bible on arrival. Like, actually, there's like, you lived right next to the local conversion therapy center.
and I'm sure I did, because guess where I lived? I lived at the epicenter, at ground zero of where Hillsong became what it is.
Oh my God. And
Yeah.
you could see them like flying their private jet.
Yeah.
Off the front.
But a little side note, Hillsong had the most fab Christmas displays
Yeah.
because they had that money. But the most
They had
fab-
Christmas money.
They had Christmas money. They had fab Christmas
They had white
displays
people
that-
Christmas money.
No, down.
Down.
Anyway, that's another thing. What was I saying? Yeah, I wasn't seeing queerness reflected back to me, and I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like the internet wasn't used in the same way that it is now. It's not just like much
Yeah.
user generated content from everyone and anyone.
Yeah.
And you know, like the way that people express themselves, I think was very different.
Yeah.
I think these days, you know, you even see, you know, straight people expressing, like straight men and straight women expressing themselves in very queer coded ways, right? So I think it was the ways of queer expression were less normalized and less accessible and less
Yeah.
visible. And I don't even know where I was going.
But
with
also,
that.
like back then, like I mean, like you would have like a gay butch queen, a gay man wearing
just a gay man, not a butch queen.
like, or a gay man or a butch queen or a sissy femme top wearing a crop top
Or a
and
CD.
yeah, or a CD wearing a crop top, and he would probably be gay bashed.
Yeah.
But like now, like, you know, a straight man wears a crop top and he gets the foreskin sucked off his cock. So what's good?
And you'd be the one doing it
Well, yes, but also like
because you want a gay boyfriend so
because
bad.
I want a gay boyfriend. But like, no, like the way that like it's in the same way of like being Asian. Back when we were younger, like we were bullied for being Asian. But nowadays, like you see people online talking about, damn, I wish I was Chinese so bad. Like I wish I woke up and was Chinese. But they do that with
Anyways, ni hao.
yeah, like ni hao fine shit. But they do that with queerness too now, where like it's like back when if you were visibly queer or visibly gay or lesbian or whatever in any way, like, you know, you'd be ostracized and bullied for it. But nowadays it's like being like straight people want to be gay so fucking bad or want to be visibly queer so bad. But then when it really comes down to it and when you really have to put a cock in your mouth, you say no. And what's good? Put that dick in your mouth now with the sound on and send me the
Quickly.
video. Quickly.
I think it's a good thing though.
It is.
I think it's a good thing that, you know, people aren't so constricted by the expectations of what like society
Yeah.
wants them to do, and they're more comfortable expressing themselves in ways that are alternative.
Yeah.
And they're I don't know. There's just a bigger embrace of things that are
Of
different.
difference.
Of difference, and I think that's a
Yeah.
really good thing. And you know, people don't like straight men like queer baiting or whatever, but I'm like, I'm glad that they're wearing nail polish and that they feel.
I'll give them that because they can wear nail polish and feel their oats, honey.
Yeah, feel your oats.
Yeah, feel
straight
your
men.
oats. I mean, I think it does help people, like it does help our community in
It
a way,
does,
you
yeah.
know, like I guess like the normalization, and also when like straight people are doing the thing which we were once ridiculed for, whatever. Now they're like, guys, like it's okay to come out now. Like it's legal now, right? Like it actually does help us. And also I think
legal now.
it helps us be even more fab
Yeah.
because they will always be stuck like decades behind.
Well, exactly. It gives us room to innovate.
Yeah, and it gives us room to grow and be even more powerful and more fab and like, you know, like do things that they could never think of. It's like, oh, you thought we were done at nail polish and crop tops, honey, and matcha? You thought we were done at matcha? Now ube latte
Ube
is
latte.
the new thing.
Hojicha lattes.
Yeah, hojicha. Yeah, your bitches don't even know how to spell hojicha. Real tea.
Hoochie mama lattes.
Wearing out Onika Tanya's. But yeah, no, so I think it is a good thing, and I'm glad, like, even though, yeah, we do rag on like straight people or white people for like taking things from our culture or whatever, it's kind of fab that it's like something that's celebrated now.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
culture is meant to be exchanged.
Yes, the
And
culture exchange.
The culture exchange.
Like STDs.
How's that gonorrhea going? No, but obviously there's a fine line between cultural appropriation and cultural exchange. And
Yeah.
I think we're smart enough to know what that is.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think, yeah, I agree with you as well. Like, I think that, like, I mean, certain things, like, I love to gatekeep just for fun. Like, I just gatekeep because I think it's funny. But then at the same time, I do think, like, it is really nice when people can exchange, like, things that, like, they grew up with, or, like, things that were, like, yeah, culturally, like, their own, or, like, passed down from, like, generations, like, you know, food and music
And poppers. Straight people are doing poppers
yeah,
now.
straight people are doing amel during sexual intercourse. Like, that gagged me. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you're trying to feel the rush. Like, I feel the rush. Like,
Addicted to your touch.
but like,
That's
yeah.
the greatest cultural exchange of
Yes.
this era, I
Yes,
think.
down. But yeah, I feel like, I think it is really nice when like we can share like music and food and clothes and like just like experiences. And I think that's how like we continue to live on, right? Through cultural exchange versus just like, you know, gatekeeping everything to a point that it's never shared and then it's like never passed down. Although I do think that some things are extremely sacred and some things are extremely holy and don't deserve to be shared with other people. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, certain things don't deserve to be shared with everyone.
Yes.
But if the right people come along,
Yeah.
I think like, you know, and if their hearts are in the right place.
Yeah,
I'm speaking
absolutely.
about this from like a ballroom perspective. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, if you know, the right people come along and they respect the culture and they love it and they
Yeah.
resonate with it. You know?
Yeah, and also like if they're doing their research and you know they always understand that ballroom is a space created by brown and black trans women for brown and black trans women, like tea.
Yeah.
So like just be mindful of why you're invited to the function.
Be mindful of your size. That's something that I heard somebody say and I thought it was so funny.
Of your size. But yeah, no, it's like I was even thinking about like because you know Sade. In the
Wait,
past, Sade, like, is
Oh,
it
right,
a
right.
crime?
Yeah.
Sade, she like, there are videos of like her online, performing, like at concerts, and like she's like wearing like a cheapao. And I always thought that was so fab. Like, I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
I don't
but
give
like,
a fuck.
mama, if it was Sabrina Carpenter wearing a cheapao, like, death, like, to all of them. But it's like, I just
Yeah.
feel like, I mean, she just looked so fab. And I was like, you know what? Like, this is making
Have
me,
it.
this is making me appreciate my culture more. I'm like,
Well, yeah.
now I want to put on that damn cheapao because I saw
Yeah.
Sade wearing it.
She looked fucking fab.
Yeah, or even like Nikki with like, I mean, Nikki and like her kind of like Chun-Li Red Ruby
yeah.
sleaze era. A lot of like, I was seeing online like a lot of white people say like that she's like, you know, like it's such cultural appropriation, but it's really funny because Chinese people gag for Nikki, like on Xiao Hongshu, like when she was dropping all her shit, like, and then they were commenting like all the Chinese barbs, they were like, this is the most fab
They're
thing.
living for her. Aren't there
Yeah.
all these theories to her song titles and stuff?
What theories?
Well, I should never mention something that I don't really know how to explain, but
Wilson Lung reveals the meaning.
come and get it if you want it.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, what were we saying? Nicki Minaj. Oh, what about Arigato Grande in
Oh
that
my
era?
God.
She
Don't
looked
even.
fab.
That
No, she looked
Italiana mama.
fab.
Yeah. I saw this one
K-pop
video
era.
of like somebody like put like it was like an edit of her with like that song by Cat's Eye where like they're talking, it's like that song where like they're appreciating like all the different girls of the world.
Oh, yeah.
But then it's like these videos of Ariana Grande but like it was like saying like it was like God bless the Desi girls, and it was like Ariana Grande wearing like with like a bindi, and it's like God bless the Asian girls, and it's
my
like
God.
Ariana Grande, and it's so funny. Like she's like
She's been through all the different ethnicities at
she
this
is
point.
the like what is it, like the Avatar, the last Airbender of race changing, and it's kind of fab.
She can bend all the races.
She can bend all the races to her will. Like it's actually fab. But yeah, that's just so funny how like that's become a meme online. I would kill myself if that was my thing online that people made edits and memes of. Like
I'd be so embarrassed.
Oh my
like her
God.
Blackiana era.
Yeah.
Like I'd be dying inside.
yeah. It was like I saw this. Oh my God, I saw this video on TikTok. It was like me talking around like the nerdy weeb kids versus me with the popular kids, and it's like Ariana Grande when she's like Daisuke, and then the next one's like Kiyomi, get your ass in here.
Oh god.
So funny. But yeah. Oh, I also wanted to talk about this too, how like you're like such like, I feel like you're just a very calm person. You have that quality where like, you know, you don't get pissed off very easily. And you're very tolerant. You're a very like accepting person. Meanwhile, like I'm like the complete opposite, where I literally fucking crash out about every single minor inconvenience that could possibly happen in my life. What is your advice for being a more cool, calm, and collected person and being an unbothered queen?
Stop storming, everyone. That's my when Jade came back from Indonesia. Pick your battles. No, when Jade came back from Indonesia, I swear there was like 3-4 people that you stormed immediately afterwards. Ethan was 2 of those people.
Like, yeah, day Ethan and night Ethan. Yeah. I had to get both hours of the day.
My advice, I don't know. I feel like part of it comes from being older. I think, and also, yeah, like I said before, when I judge myself less, I feel like I judge other people less. So
yeah.
I think I come from the places where,
the places you'll go.
The perfect places, my lord. No, when sorry, I'm gathering my thoughts, but I think.
Bitch, when you have to gather yourself.
No, I think that, when I'm less judgmental of people, I think I can come at things from a more empathetic, like, standpoint.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I can see the human side of where people are coming from, I get less angry because I'm like, oh, I can see myself doing that if I had taken a different like life path, or I can see how they could have done that and not have had ill intentions or be an evil person. You know, like yeah. Does that make sense?
It does. I think you're very good at like you're a very empathetic person, and not in the way that like, you know, you hear something sad that someone's experienced and then you like break down into tears like, oh my God, the empathy. I feel like coursing through my veins. No, you're very good at like seeing like something from both sides, and like, you know, even if someone does frustrate you, you can always, I feel like you have a very good reflex of immediately questioning why they did that and like where they were coming from. Right. And then you can come to your own conclusion. But I'm somebody who like, I'm very quick to make assumptions of why someone did something. Right. So if somebody ever like does something wrong against me, I'm always like, oh, well, like they did that because they were actively trying to hurt me. Right. Versus just like kind of thinking, like kind of just like pausing and thinking about like the place that they were in when they did that. Right.
Do you center a lot of those reasonings like on yourself? Like, they did this because they didn't like me or they wanted to hurt me, like stuff like that. Yeah. I think that the less that I put myself in the center of it, the less it impacted me, because I'm like, oh, it's not personal. Yeah. Like, it actually has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I take it too personally.
Perhaps.
That's my issue.
Maybe. But I feel like you're smart enough to know like what isn't personal.
Yeah. 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 I mean, yeah, I think with like, I get better at it, like, and I've gotten better at it. I'm very bad at it with Ethan, especially because every time Ethan like makes a mistake or like, you know, we kind of get into like some sort of argument or whatever, like I'm very quick to assume that like he did something against me because he like, yeah, because like he hates me, or because he thinks that like he doesn't think highly of me, or like he doesn't respect me, he doesn't like me, right? And then I act out in response to that, being like, oh, well, like, you know, well, if he doesn't like me, well, then fuck him. Like, literally, I'm going to take everything in the divorce. Like, I'm going to take everything in the divorce. I'm going to take all his assets, whatever, right? But like, yeah, it's like, I mean, you've definitely mentioned this, and Sam as well, that like I need to be a lot nicer to Ethan. But like sometimes I think I genuinely struggle, and I don't know if it's because we've just been friends for so long, or like maybe a part of me doesn't, like I don't empathize with him well enough. I think it's that, or like I feel like maybe I don't like trust him as much, or think that he has my best interest at heart. But versus like if we ever got into like a argument or whatever, like I don't
like
think
me and you.
Yeah, which would be so unlikely ever. I don't think I'd be
Never say never.
Oh,
I'm
bitch.
shitting on your fucking bed, bitch.
I don't think I'd be quick to just like blow up at you. But yeah, I think that's kind of like maybe because I guess like, I mean, we're not as like, we don't know each other like I don't think that I know you like the back of my hand, and then you don't think that of me either. I think Ethan and I, we've been friends for so long, and we're so tight knit that like we just think that we know how we're feeling, like how we both feel all the time, right? Because I think Ethan even like feels like that about me too. That like whenever we have an argument, I'm like immediately, or a disagreement, I'm like immediately coming for him or whatever. But I actually really love him, and I think that's why a part of me tries to push him, because I know how amazing he is, and all I want is for him to continue to be amazing, or to be more, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all see it for Ethan. He just needs to see it for himself.
And one day he will.
He will. But I think that, you know, you two might have been friends for however many years, and you know each other really well. But I don't know. Do you feel like you find yourself like anticipating what he's feeling and saying without actually knowing, and then acting from there?
Like, what do you mean? Like me? Like,
I guess just like jumping to conclusions about how he feels and what he's gonna say.
Yeah, I think so. And which is why I think I'm actively trying to take more of like a step back, and like I'm like, I really want to like trust him wholeheartedly. And also I need to know too that like, I don't always know what's best for him. I think I know what's best for him, because like in my eyes, he's
How
like,
do you know what's good for me?
that's my opinion. He's in my eyes, he's like my protege almost, right? And
up and coming.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, when I see him doing really good for himself, there's always that small part of me that like thinks in my mind like, oh, he wouldn't have been able to get there if it wasn't for me. But I do think that like he is an extremely capable person, and whether I was in his life or not, like I think he would continue to do well and do really well. But so like I'm starting to have more faith. But it's interesting though, like how like when you're friends with someone for so long and then you just become like so comfortable. Like Ethan is my Ethan, he's like my bestie, but then it's like I do feel like we're like a married couple sometimes.
You bicker like a married couple.
I know. But that's like I think he's always my day one. He'll always be my day one. And like I think I do like seeing like how our relationship has flourished and like become so much better from like what it used to be. So yeah, but then sometimes being too close can be dangerous. Being too comfortable can be dangerous. So then you need to like consistently like maintain that.
Yeah, I think having some separation creates newness.
Yeah.
You know, if you're joined at the hip all the time, like you think you know each other, and there are parts of you that are like you need the space to grow apart so that there is newness.
Yeah.
And then you can come back and discover more parts of each other.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel that definitely with like my siblings as well. Like when we were all living together, like we genuinely all fucking hated each other.
Are you serious?
Yes, when we were all living together, we used to like
at Gambia.
Yeah, no, like no, not Gambia, but like like when me, Jeff, Jack, and Jazz were younger, when we were like young kids.
Okay.
But also like, I mean, due to the way that our parents were treating us, but hated each other and we would take turns like blackmailing each other like once a week. We'd be like, who's the victim?
The stories that you tell me are so insane.
And we would be storming each other like literally like every couple of days. But then when we actually had that separation, like I think when Jazz first left the house, that's when we all started missing her and realizing how much life she gave us and how much we genuinely like we really loved her and like cherished her. So yeah, and now we all live separately except for Jack, like she's still here, but
yeah,
I think now we all live separately. So then when we hang out, it's like our relationship has just continued to get better and better. So
and now we live together.
yes, distance makes the heart grow fonder. So you better move out in the next 6 months
Before you get sick of me.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I really, circling back to what I brought up before, like I think you're a very like mature person and not just a mature age student, not just a mature age student, but like you are genuinely really mature. And I really like the way that you handle situations in your life. And I wish I had more of that kind of like pragmaticness. Pragmatic.
Can you define that? Can you use it in a sentence?
Pragmatic, charismatic, magnetic. like pragmatic, where like you can kind of like emotionally distance yourself. Where you're not just thinking with your heart. You think with your brain.
Right.
That little peanut inside your skull. You use that quite a bit.
I think that has to do with the fact that I feel like I wasn't very attuned to my emotions when I was a kid, so I can come at it from some sort of distance.
Yeah, I think too much. Bitch, you don't think one bit.
Brain empty. That's why I kept on having to circle back to that missing train of thought.
The train. Girl, who's running a train on us? What's this train? You keep mentioning this train. Where's the train? Choo choo.
Choo choo.
But no, like I think through that you're able to have like such good relationships with people in your life. People want to have relationships with you. People aren't scared of you. Because I think that like you're very because you know what your star sign is? You're a Libra.
Yep.
That's like the star sign of like justice.
Oh, really?
And like being really like
the scales.
Yeah, the scales. Yeah. Like you're very much that. You're such a Libra.
Yeah, I think I've got a very balanced and diplomatic view of everything, and I try and see things from both sides. See both sides of Chanel.
This CD politician, honey. Free CD for all.
Does everyone know what CD means, or is that just something?
A government mandated CD.
Under my gender, it says CD, not M.
Yes. No. Do you want to explain CD? I think everyone knows CD, but you can touch on it.
It just stands for cross-dresser.
Yeah, not like those things that you put into your cars and they play music. This is a different kind of CD. Yeah. There are a lot of CDs in Melbourne. Creative directors. Yeah. These creative directors talking about, I was CD on this shoot. I was like,
this, CD that.
You were the government mandated
you were
CD.
CD.
Yeah.
CD predator on those shoots.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what most of these Melbourne creative men are, apparently.
Yeah, they're just like so many creatives like in Melbourne, like just use their job to, I guess, like take advantage of others or see what they can get from other people out of having a job like that. And maybe they do have like a desire to, I don't know, like be creative or whatever and create.
Be a creative.
Literally, like whatever the fuck that means. But like, no, I think a lot of these
Name
like
3 things that you can
things
create.
you created. Like motherfuckers call themselves creatives. Like you literally go to parties and take fit pics. What are you creating? But like, no, a lot of cis men are like especially in Melbourne. I don't know what it's like in other countries, like, but in Melbourne it's like it's kind of scary. But that's why I think it's important to really push and to promote like queer creatives and especially women in the scene. So many like women who can be, what's the word? Like not attributed, like so many women in the scene who need to be given their flowers for being like for starting that shit and for being the ones to start that shit, you know? Like, I like do not follow any like male fashion pages on Instagram. It's all women. And even on Pinterest, like all the fashion that is popularized was done by women or styled by women or worn by women. Because women just have it.
They have the eye.
Yeah. And CDs.
CDs and women.
Yes, and the trailblazing CDs
And the
of
dolls.
Melbourne. Down! And Wilson's one of them. So, yeah.
I'm not actually a CD. I've done drags once.
Butch Queen up in drags.
Butch Queen up in drags.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is a real Butch Queen here. Me and Sam are the real Butch Queens.
Yeah.
Okay. Not
Real.
Ethan.
Yeah.
Not Ethan.
Yeah. Ethan's like potentially in training, but we'll see.
Butch Queen in training.
Butch Queen in training. Training wheels.
Training wheel. Butch Queen training wheels.
Yeah, he still
But-
wears diapers.
Yeah, I can smell.
Yeah.
I can smell that.
Yeah, girl.
No, but I mean, I'm sure some of you know already, but I just want to clarify that a Butch Queen is a gay man in the ballroom space. It's not just attributed to any and every gay man. It's a gay man in a ballroom space.
Yeah, just like a femme queen versus a doll, or like a
Yeah.
femme queen versus a trans woman. I think there's a very
Yes.
important distinction in relation to ballroom.
Yeah.
Respect
it's a
the
cultural
research.
term. Cultural term. Anyway, how did we get here?
How did we get here? Wilson Long reveals the meaning.
The meaning.
We are a bit over time, but if there was one thing,
are we?
one more thing you want to talk about, we definitely can.
Nah.
I love sitting here on the couch and talking with you. It's like my
Yeah.
favorite thing to do in the day, literally.
I had such a good time. I've got nothing to add,
Yeah.
honestly. I love being here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess another note. Maybe there was one more thing.
8562
Oh.
96.
Oh. Oh. This one. Like, oh yeah, like type A versus type B people.
That's the last thing that you want to end on.
That's the last thing.
What type are you?
I think I want to be a type A person so bad, but like, bitch, I don't even know myself like that. Like, I don't know shit about shit. And
This
want
lifestyle isn't for everyone.
yeah, like I am type B, but then being type B stresses me out. So I try to become type A, but I really struggle to be type A.
And in what ways do you try? Name 3 ways in which
I
you try.
know. Like I barely try, and then I suffer as a result of it. Like, for example, like in airports, like I get so stressed out. It's like my nightmare place.
I hate an airport.
I would rather be in a saw trap than in an airport, actually, because at least I could try figure out how to get out of a saw trap, or I would just accept death and die. But in an airport, it's like, no, you actually have to do it, and it's now or never, right? But then like, I hate airports, and then like when I go overseas, I'm not very good at planning. Like I love
you just go, you just like,
yeah.
you just travel and wander and like see where the wind takes you.
Yeah, where the wind tunnel takes me. But like, which is why like going to Asia is like, it's quite easy because there's not really that much you have to plan. Besides in Japan, like if you take the bullet train or if you like buy tickets or whatever to like a thing, then those are things that you plan. But then it's like Southeast Asia is like, you just wake up and then you decide what you want to do and then you have the best time. But then it's like, I know that in my heart, I could never go to a place like Europe because you have to plan everything. And that scares
Everything
the
to a
shit
T.
out of me. It's so scary.
Yeah.
The idea of like losing luggage or like missing a flight or like missing a train, like, oh my God, no, I would kill myself in that moment.
Yeah. I feel like in Asia, you just get to wake up and I feel like everything is interesting.
Yeah.
Like no matter which street corner you turn onto, there's going to be something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Europe, I feel like it's very different. The culture is different and, you know, like the nightlife is different. I
Yeah.
can see why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can just like I feel like I naturally am more of like a very like spontaneous, like spur of the moment person. Oh, like
Very type B.
I hate booking tattoos in advance.
You're fucking crazy.
Like, if
What,
I want-
you just rock up on the day.
No, like if I want
flashes?
a tattoo from an artist, I want them to be like, yeah, I'm available like 2 p.m. this day, like later today, or I want them to be like, yeah, I'm available like tomorrow. But then if they
Do you
say,
pick your art? Or
yeah,
do you just-
I'll
okay.
pick it. But then it's like if they say like, oh, I'm only available in a week's time, like I hate that. I don't want to wait. I just want to like do it. And then I get turned off from it. And then I don't do the
overthink
tattoo, right?
Yeah.
It's bad, but it's like, I don't know why my brain is like that. But then I feel like, I don't think you're very like, I think you're good at like going with the flow and like whatever, but I think you're like verse. Like I
Yeah.
think you're type A and type B.
Type C.
Type C. Type CD. You're type CD.
I definitely don't think I'm as type A as Sam.
Oh
but
my-
I'm also not type B as you. So I do lie somewhere in the middle, like the Libra that I am. Very much a balance of both. But I think if I was left to my own devices and I didn't have life to worry about, I could be very type B. Just go
Yeah.
with the flow, you know.
Yeah.
But I perform type A, like I was telling
Yeah.
you. Like I know that I need to be type A, so I do the things
Yeah.
that a type A person does. But if I was just left to my own devices, I'd very happily just
Yeah.
blow where the wind takes me.
Yeah, but you're very, and you love to blow. You're very like,
DSLs.
but this is the thing, you're like fun employed right now.
I'm so fun employed.
You're so fun employed, but like, I like that when you wake up, like, you know, I'll go to work and then I come back and I ask you what you did today. And then you did like a bunch of things. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you were like, you'll make a plan to like go out and go thrifting or go to a store or like go to a new restaurant or cafe. I'm like, damn, like the times that I was fun employed, literally wake up, doom scroll on my phone for 8 hours.
Flick your bean.
Flick my bean, like
Vape.
have a cigarette, like, you know, walk down to a local cafe, get like iced latte and then come back and then keep doom scrolling, but like tweaking on coffee, like caffeinated. But like, no, I think but that's good. I think you really you have like a desire to like make the most of your life.
Yeah, because, you know, I've been working.
Because you only have so long.
Your time is finite.
Yeah.
Everybody dies. But I think I'm just doing all the things that I wanted to do when I was employed.
Right.
And I'm taking the time to, you know, I'm taking it day by day, you know, figuring out what I want to do on the day. And there's so many things I want to do, you know, that I didn't get to do when I was working.
Yeah.
Full time, but not full time. Yeah. And I think that I was always in a corporate job, not corporate, but I was always in like a 9 to 5, you know, like full-time job. And every time that I have a little stint of unemployment, it's like gold. And I
It's like
grasp
freedom,
it.
finally.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
good. Like, I think it's great that you can make the most out of that. But then that's why I also think in terms of being type A or type B, like you're actually extremely flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so flexible.
Verse.
Ah! Yeah, I think you're like, you definitely be like the best to travel with. Just the best all around, actually.
I know.
Yeah.
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 And that's why me and Lala are going to Thailand.
Yippee!
And Vietnam.
Yeah, you get to go to Thailand and Vietnam. So
And you get to
fun.
go to Taiwan and Hong Kong.
I know.
Lei
Fab.
Ho Ma. Have you been practicing your Cantonese?
Goy. Goy.
Lei Ho.
Lei ho.
Xiu Jie.
Yeah, but yeah. Thank you for
Period.
coming on the podcast. This has been really fab.
Thank you so much for having me.
I
and
want to do
picking
like
my brain.
I want to do a 2-hour episode, but we're actually so over time.
Part two.
We will do a part 2 for sure.
Me and my full geesh like CD.
Yes. Yes.
fantasy.
Next time we'll both be butch queens up in drag. But yeah, I just want to say that, like, you know, you are such a fab person to have around always, and I think like literally everybody in your life would say the exact same thing. You're the best, and thank
No.
you for being in my life.
Thank you for being in my life, Jade. Love you.
course.
Mwah.
Wow, love you too.
Love you.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. You nasty, nasty hoe. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Did you
Learn something from this.
Learn something from this. Exactly. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening. And I hope y'all have a good day and say happy birthday to Wilson. Sweet 16, honey.
Can't wait to get my car. Okay.
But yeah. Okay, have a good day. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Mwah.
Late morning, it's young me.